As a former teacher and as a principal in the public schools in LA Unified, these are the learning theories that we have, that we're taught to utilize in the classroom as well during the core day. So to think that these are not to be used after school or strictly for after school, no. This is part of the learning theory. So we're looking at students, and we do view it in Los Angeles as from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. they're ours. And so the result is that we try to mingle, enhance, intertwine to make sure that there's a connectiveness between what the core day does and what the after school program does as well. In-school reform efforts are trying to teach students the connectiveness, how to connect the dots as far as what you're learning to the outside world, making it meaningful, and to motivate the students intrinsically as best they can. So a lot of it is that what are we doing after school to enhance, improve upon, or complement what's going on during the school day. So I think it behooves us to ensure that our after-school program providers, our leaders within the after-school program, are well aware of what's going on during the school day, as far as, and then being able to move those on in a more relaxed setting, which is important. I think so. One of the first things that we look at with our students is that, are you complementing what's going on during the school day? Are you enhancing? Are you aware of what's going on during the school day? So is that communication between adults? Again, this is an adult issue. The communication must be maintained as far as, what are you teaching during the school day? How can we complement that, enhance that, enrich that after school, make that connection for the students so that they see the connection. Students, you shouldn't think that this is after school, this is something different, completely out of whack. This is part of what the whole process is, and they don't even have to realize that. But I think it's, we have those students for a long period of time. We need to enhance what they're doing during the day. So it's that connection with the school day, it's the enhancement of what's going on during the school day, and that motivates the students to become aware and deal with each other and to learn. I think providing opportunities for students in enrichment after school is crucial. We always talk about the whole child. How do you educate the whole child? Well, if you're brought up in a middle class or upper middle class suburbia, or in schools that have that, the parents play an active role in providing those extracurricular activities for students, whether it be soccer, whether it be the athletic teams, the AYSO, the basketball, the Ys, and those types of issues and situations. But they're also going to violin lessons, they're going to ballet lessons, they're taking field trips to museums, they're becoming engaged in the community as a whole. So after school allows us to do that same thing, allows us to provide the enrichment opportunities for our students who financially couldn't do it, or whose parents can't do it because they're working 2 jobs, or there's only one parent in the household. So it makes it more difficult. So it's our opportunity to enhance the learning of that student and address the whole child. So it's not just louder and slower in the core programming after school, but it's, again, complementing, enhancing, enriching what goes on in the school day, and also mirroring what's going on with our other students so that the whole child is reached. So that's where the arts, that's where the science comes into play. And I think that's crucial for us to have an understanding that after school, it's not just recreational, but it's the enrichment. It's the opportunity for our students, our Title I students, low-income students, English language learner students who don't have the access, to give them that access to those opportunities in order to enhance their education and enhance the whole child. Yes, it's crucial. We have a lot of proponents within LA Unified. We have a lot of proponents within the state that are saying there has to be credibility for the after-school program. The validity of it has to be shown in research, has to be shown in the data. And so we're pushing for that. We have a lot of our community-based organizations that are pushing us with that. And so we're all looking into making sure that we show the connections, we show how we are successful. I think that's the positive relationship that we have with after-school programming and academic success of students. Because that's what this is all about. We don't want to go to an extended day. This is not having the students learn algebra, not just 1 hour a day, but 2 hours a day after school. But this is about how to enhance, how to make this different. I mean, project-based learning is a perfect example of getting kids to work in a collaborative manner. It's something that's meaningful to them, and that the motivation is there as far as because it's something they want to do. I think we have numerous examples of that up and down the state. With the Common Core standards coming in, I think a lot of that is, it's going to be more going into the depth, the quality of what the students learn as opposed to the breadth of, the quantity of standards they're exposed to. So I think it's being able to give our students access to that, being able to articulate what they have learned in whichever media that they want to do it. I think film, music, art, all those are avenues and approaches what we can do. But the ability to write, the ability to articulate what one's thoughts are, what one's feelings are crucial. And I think we have a great opportunity within the after-school program to continue and delve into that and really show and enhance what's going on. Because we do that. We do the collaborative learning. We do with the intrinsically motivated student that's there. The project-based learning. We're getting to be so much better in doing those types of things. So we connect the dots for the students. So I think that's just got to get shown. We know that. We just got to show that to the core day even more so, and to have them understand as far as how complementary, how an extension we are of what they do, and how we enhance that. I think it's a perfect opportunity for us to step into it and move in that direction in the future. As a former educator, I was an elementary educator and administrator, so it was a little bit different when I started dealing with the high school students. High school students are a different breed. They're young adults, so they're adults with a kid's brain at times or adult brain at another time. They're a group that you need to walk into with one of the areas I think which is important is that credibility. That credibility as far as street cred that's called. What are you going to teach me and what do I need to know? And you need to do it quickly because they're not going to hang around for a long time. So I think it's that it forms that relationship and that bond which needs to get established first. I have something to teach you that's relevant to you and you have to sell it to them. So I think it's learning that marketing to the students. Once again, when we get the adults engaged and it becomes overbearing, students will back off. So I think it's that natural discovery that the child has. I mean, the inquisitiveness in every child, we need to develop that, and as opposed to squelching it. I think a lot of times we, as educators in the classroom, we squelch that inquisitiveness, and we shouldn't, because that's that whole appetite for learning that kids have. All children have, not just some, but all do have. Some are hesitant because of a language barrier, some are hesitant because of a cultural barrier, some are hesitant for a lot of other reasons. So I think part of it is maintaining that. So the informalness after school is there. And I don't want it to think it's sort of like laissez-faire, let kids do what they want to do. That's not what it is. And so I think that's part of, again, establishing that credibility, establishing that with ourselves after school, as far as that we are enhancing what they're doing during the day.